And here we are for the post game. I am, of course, the West Coast Professor Jeff Meacham, the head of the Jeff Meacham Network, and to my left, the man who you just saw host one of the most surprising matches of the tournament. I would have to say, Greg, for the worst of reasons. I mean,
yeah,
that was surprisingly low scoring. I'm not gonna lie. I was, especially from Cass. I mean, Cass. I figured, I kind of figured Cass would be one of the finalists just because he's so ridiculously good. It makes me want to puke. But Michael only got 2. That really surprises me because there's a lot of stuff here that we all in our wheelhouse should all know that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just really, really interesting. And as I was saying when I was watching it the first time, it's like my TBI stuff, memory stuff notwithstanding, I should know more than I think I got 3 right. So, God, terrible.
I mean, when it gets down the stretch, like I have every single tournament question done before I filmed the first match. So
right, you did, which is awesome.
Whatever people get, they get, and
right.
that's just the way it kind of works.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say, like I said, I've been saying it for a while. That match surprised me because they're both very good, and I stumped them on more than half the questions.
Yeah, the fact that they got a combined 8 right, and one of them was a skip. That is crazy to me. And yes, Josh, he and I were saying that in the control room here. That playoff beard myth is no joke, y'all. Like, for real, it's a thing.
Why do you think this isn't going away till after April 29th?
Yeah, exactly.
I know I'm not actually in the tournament, but this thing is on the line here in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I gotta keep this.
Dude, Greg, 3 weeks. Holy shit.
I know.
3 weeks.
I know.
Yeah. And by the way, I like WWE to make a rule about Saturday's match. If Miz and Morrison lose, Hey Ho should be stricken from the record books of anything ever again. There we go. I feel better.
Well, aren't they on Sunday?
No, they're on Saturday. You know what? I will check. Hang on.
I was gonna say I thought we did our predictions and that was a night too, but whatever.
Anyway, I will check.
Regardless, Cass did advance. He is in the finals now. I very much expected. I'm not gonna say it's surprising that Cass is in the finals, but I pretty much figured whichever one of you won the triple threat was going to be in the finals.
I kind of figured that would be the case too, and I think I even said that on the match. I'm like, okay, well here he is. Oh, it is Saturday. There you go.
Huh. I don't know why I thought it was Sunday, but there's so many matches happening in the next 4 days. Forgive me for
I mean, shit. I'm less than a half hour from going live with well, maybe not because we'll go over. I don't give a shit if I go over or not. With the Takeover Night 2, and I did cancel the Prelude thing. I was just so tired. We recorded Rewind this morning. For those guys that don't know the schedule today, and I was just so wiped from that because it was emotional because it was a great match, and I'm almost feeling like I have to put it on hiatus because of Peacock's stupid BS layout. So, anyway, I also agree with JB3. But before we chat about beers, JB3, I need 2 skip questions from you.
I already messaged him. Okay?
I'm giving him shit on the air in public.
Okay.
Because I can. Because he is one of the 4 or 5 people that know when the filming for the final is going to be. So get on it.
Knowing the range that JB3 has, I'm kind of terrified because no, I'm serious. Like in combat wrestling trivia, he throws things at me that I'm like, I've never heard of this.
I know.
And so I have no idea what to expect. And with whoever wins this tournament, I mean, if Chris wins, then he kind of knows what to expect because he's been there. But if Scott or Louie wins, they have no idea what's being. I shouldn't say they have no idea because JB3's done the skip questions all season.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, what's really, Josh, as far as Peacock, I saw the conversation on Twitter today, and the fact that Louie was saying that they can watch the WWE Network on Peacock over there. I don't think that's the case. I think if you're outside of the United States, you're still on the WWE Network, straight up. So
I mean, maybe it's a thing where Peacock offers it over there too. Like they can still have a standalone network, but if they want all the extra stuff with Peacock, they can still get that. I have no idea how that works.
The only thing I know about for sure is Canada because of Lisa, and Canada's always had. It's basically just like a regular TV channel. It's kind of like in the vein of HBO. Like it's just a paid channel, boom, and then like they have menus on that channel, as far as I understand. So gotcha. I would love that. That'd be tremendous. But alas, we're stuck with the bird. So at least for now. Yeah. But getting back to this, I just now that Chris is through, he gets to spend the next 7 days going because Scott and Louie are no joke either.
Oh my God.
We've seen what Scott can do. I mean, and I love, dude, I tell you what, Chris, cutting a promo on the bump, probably not the best idea. Because the views is Chris Cash.
Now it's almost like if Scott wins, he has to defend the bump's honor against Cash.
Right? Like, seriously, if I'm Scott, I got to watch that. I'm going, what the? All right. But again, don't undersell Louie either, Scott, because, man, that I've said it every time I see him and every time we talk about him, that kid scares me. It's just...
I mean, now that I'm down to 3 people that I know,
yeah,
I gotta be honest. Louie was a complete unknown to me. I know he knew about wrestling. Like he's a former Quizlemania champion. He's done this and that. I wasn't sure how his trivia skill was been.
Right.
In the first 2 rounds that have aired, he's surprised me.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what to think about him, and the way he's going, he may very well take it. But Scott again is not. He won the bump tournament, so he's already the WWE trivia champion. And I know for your purposes, for marketing purposes, you want the WWE trivia champion against the No DQ champion, which is still a possibility until next Thursday. We'll see if it goes past that at all.
Like, you guys have no... Okay. Greg will know because he's been with us almost every step of the way the last 18 and a half years. Yeah. If we as a collective no DQ can beat the WWE at anything, dude, I will freaking march into the Titan Towers in my underwear and march through like, yep, that's right. I own this place, bitch, because I've been dealing with them and their backlash against us, talking shit against them or whatever for so long. It's like, you know what? Screw you guys. I'm going to walk into the towers and just be a dick if Scott gets through and wins. Oh my God.
I don't think they're at Titan Towers anymore. I thought they moved them.
I will walk through the rubble of the damn towers and just piss on it. How about that? We'll do that. That's how passionate I am about the WWE Trivia Champion going down.
Eric Strickland says, I normally wouldn't support Nugget, Louie, but he's all Wrestle Talk Scott left. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? Adam, I'll say this about Adam. He was not very confident in either of his matches. He almost beat Michael Turner. He was really almost in this match tonight.
He almost was. So
I'm not going to knock Adam at all.
And I don't know if it would have been so one-sided if it had been Adam and Chris. It would have been a much different match.
But you don't know because
you don't.
What if Adam knew some stuff that Michael didn't?
That's what I'm saying.
And Chris only got 6 out of 20.
That's what I'm saying. So, I don't think it would have been so one-sided, even though it was only 6-2. It still seemed one-sided because Chris got so many more. I think it would have been a whole different score after 20 because I think both those guys, Adam may have known more, and it may have motivated Chris to get the neurons pumping again and get more questions right. So that's the thing. We don't know what we're going to see until Thursday at 6 o'clock. Yeah. And I say it every week. I'm having the time of my life co-hosting these post games because it's fun to sit back here with you in the control room and watch them, and then to see them unfold. I've been along for a couple of them during the filming, which is just mind wrecking. God Almighty. I'm not doing that again, for the record. No more of that. I'm gonna wait till I get to host the next one, which again, the 20 are ready, and JB3 says he's got his 2 skips. So you and whoever gets out of these 3 guys, I'm looking forward to it. And you know what, Chris, I believe you would have beaten Adam. I firmly believe
I think he would have too. I think he would have won regardless. I'm just saying, for the purposes of what could have been. Can you imagine though? Like if Adam would have pulled the upset over Chris, and then Louis like somehow beat Scott, we could have had a Wrestle Talk final, which would have been buku ratings for us.
Yeah,
but
more marketing Spidey sense signaling for sure.
Yeah, so I've been like, okay, do I face Adam or do I face Louis? Louis is at least still a possibility to face. On the 29th, but we'll see.
But again, he's got to beat the guy that beat the WWE's trivia experts. So if there's so many. Dude, we're gonna freaking sit here juggling for the next 2 weeks. It's gonna be bonkers. And Josh, to answer the most important question by far. Now I got to decide what I'm going to drink tonight for TakeOver. I had some Mike's Hard last night, thinking about Fireball tonight. Fireball is the devil. Do not do that. And saving my chocolate wine and apple pie. Okay, those two for Mania, I'm okay with. I'm not going to drink heavy until Mania because I want to, kind of focus in. And Mania's alcohol induced anyway. I did, however, manage to get a couple of these from Wingstop.
Oh, root beers, nice.
IBC root beer, man. I tell you what. I'm sure I told the story on the air, but I'll do it again real quick here. U.S. history, 11th grade, I think. Yeah, it was 11th grade because 12th grade I had econ and government. I had government during the fall of 2000. Kill me. Saying. And I couldn't even vote on it after all that bullshit to learn how to do it. I couldn't even vote on that train wreck. Anyway, because I hadn't turned 18 yet.
I turned 18 3 days after the 2004 election.
Oh, that's a dick. But you know what? Honestly, at that point, 2004 was another one of those lesser two evils shows because they were both such a couple of boneheads. Anyway,
honestly, I take those two options now over what is going on currently.
Yes, and as much as Trainwrecks 2000 was, I'd even revisit that over what's happened in the last 8 years. Not gonna lie.
Anyway, let's get the hell off of that.
So, U.S. history 11th grade, we had we were in the Old West at one point during the semester, and we had a saloon night where we played poker, and we had like a bar with no hookers because it was high school, and that'd be kind of illegal. Well, actually, hookers are always illegal. Anyway, so we had to bring in like drinks that look like alcohol. So this guy brought this huge, this big wooden crate. Like I came out of freaking Back to the Future Part 3 full of these. I have not had any other root beers since. Oh, good stuff.
Also, Chris.
You're a baby. Piss up a rope. For real. So that makes you turning 30 this year, which means I'm going to give you shit now that I know. 30 is a devil. Oh, I hate it.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club, you old fart. I'll tell you what. My 30th was in the back of the Rocky Horror Theater with something much stronger than this in a bigger bottle that comes from Tennessee, drinking myself to sleep. So
my 30th was on a cruise ship. So there you go.
Dick.
Well, unfortunately for me, my 30th also involved me watching Navy beat Notre Dame. So that was
fun. Brutal. Okay, stop. Okay, I hate you all right now. I hate every one of you right now.
Josh, I'm blocking you on Twitter.
That's right.
Don't do that again.
That's it. You better super chat right now and make up for that bullshit. That's it. Super chat at least $30 for that. That's it.
I'm not actually doing that.
I might though. Chris is a baby who looks much older for sure. Like, dude, Chris's beard ancients him. Like, I always think he's much older than he is. And Michael, I honestly was not sure about you because of the beard. You look way more mature without the beard. Like, I can kind of get your range without the beard. So it's kind of a tell, which again, losing the beard hurts you. There you go.
So speaking of that,
yes,
one time, I went into an ammo shop with my wife's former brother-in-law and I had just gone clean shaven.
Nice.
And this was only a couple years ago. And they asked me, the cashier pointed at me, was like, is he allowed to be in here? And I'm like, yeah. So I look like I'm 16 without the beard. Yeah.
So I've got two of the opposite stories. The opposite side.
No.
I worked at Six Flags when I had turned 18 just before I started. So I started Six Flags in the summer of 2001, right before my accident. When I came back from recovery, I also had toe surgery because I broke my toe, or whatever it was, and I had a full beard because I hadn't shaved because I was afraid to shave with my head stuff. I was using a cane to walk around the arcades I was working at. Somebody thought I was 35. I was 18. They doubled my age. I'm like, thanks. And then 3 years later, when XMV went to Vegas for our anniversary show, bigger beard, same cane, same injury, different surgery. I didn't get carded once. I had turned 21 5 months before. Aaron and our other co-host freaking got stopped every step of the way in the casino. Like, are you supposed to be in here? I'm just walking along, with my freaking alcohol in my hand. And nobody's stopping me. So anyway,
I mean, I guess that also almost gives you free range.
We'll take the 5. I love that. That's good stuff. Yep. Thank you. We appreciate that. Well, yeah, remember, I hadn't been to Vegas of age, as far as drinking age, until then. So once I was able to, it's like, bullshit.
Well, we can at least read the comment. I mean, he's $5.
I can do 5. LOL. Got my stim. Oh, cool. Got my stim yesterday. Got the Undertaker Legacy title. Oh, geez, on eBay and getting the new laptop soon. Dude, that is the way to go. Get a little work stuff. Get a little play stuff. I love that. That's good stuff.
Eventually with all these super chats, like I'm gonna have to get my cut because I'm not monetized yet, which is driving me nuts.
Well, I'll give you $1 on that. There you go. Here, how about that?
I expect that in my PayPal tonight. No,
on it.
I'm kidding.
Dude, I had to borrow 20 from G to get lunch today. Shut up.
All right. But yeah. So next week,
baby. Ooh.
The second semifinal, Louis Dangor and Scott Gata. You know
what? I'll tell you what. I rescind what I said. I'm going to sit in on that match too. When you record that, I'm going to sit in on that one and give myself a heart attack. Yep, I'm going to do it. What the hell? I'll give half to Greg, Josh. Okay, I'll give it to Greg.
That match is going to be intense. Like whichever one of them wins, whether it's Scott, it's like I kind of want both of them to win for different reasons. Like if Scott wins, then he's one step closer to the finals, and it could be WWE Trivia Champ versus No DQ Champ should he beat Chris Cass. And if Louis wins, same thing. If he beats Chris Cass, then it's No DQ versus Wrestle Talk on episode 100. There's so much out there. Like, yeah, if Chris wins, then it's the No DQ champ versus the CWT champ. So there's so many factors of what could possibly happen.
There you go. I just, and again, not only co-hosting or hosting the post game, not only sitting in when you guys do these matches, but having to come up with 20 thanks to JV3. Love you, brother. To try and make the championship match worth watching.
Yeah.
That's the key. And just to give Josh give Greg a better day, they added a Shane shirt on the WWE shop, apparently.
I want them to have a jersey. Like
I know, right?
I have like that custom one that I got off the internet because it was the only one I could find. You'll see it on Rewind tomorrow.
Yes.
But I want like a authentic WWE Shane McMahon jersey.
Right. Yes. So apparently the one they added was the Braun, which I'm not supporting that match worth a spin. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'd only get it if like the match turns out decent, which it's a Shane match, so odds are it will. But the storyline is like, oh my gosh.
And full disclosure, I ripped the shit out of it tomorrow on Rewind.
Do the whole Men in Black thing. Just
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, bye. So bad, but that's tomorrow, and then we'll get to next week. And I mean, again, just to show you, and again, I teased this on social media earlier today. We were talking about this. Just to show you the company that this man is keeping. I mean, the three on top there are the only ones, the longest reigns of each title that are past you. And it's freaking Bruno, Gagne, and Fez, for Christ's sakes. Like, you're past the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion, the longest reigning Universal champion, the longest reigning WCW and ECW champions, and TNA/Impact champion, and the longest reigning NXT champion, and only creeping up on you because they're still active. Nick Aldis's current reign and the longest reign of the NXT UK Championship that is still going right now. But then, of course, you get over here and freaking 11:25 today. God bless it, man. I love it. Love that. And by the way, the person you said you were targeting or going for next, if you could get there, would be Dan the Beast Severn. So you're at 11:25 today. Yeah. Dan's first reign ended up being 1,479. I actually did the calculations. If you want to pass Dan the Beast Severn and you get past the tournament final, whoever you beat, you have to survive the go home Raw of next year's WrestleMania. Yeah. Not to put any more pressure on you or anything, but
Yeah, thanks.
JJ's like, don't do that in the air. I'm like, I'm totally doing it on the air because it'll motivate it. It'll get him in gear. So,
Eric, what is the scheduling nightmare if Louis becomes champion? Is it his? Because we talked about doing another tournament, which he wouldn't need to be in. But
no,
but it's his previous commitments with Wrestle Talk WrestleMania and Wrestling Daily or whatever. And yes, it is. It's a lovely piece of hardware. Here, I'm even gonna unstrap it.
Oh, there you go. There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, that was a good year in the making.
Trying to find a place where the glare isn't.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, the shot I screen capped it turned out pretty good. Let me see if I can. I mean,
yeah, that works.
And there you go. I mean, you see yourself taking selfies, but whatever, it's all good. And yeah, that was one of those where it's like, okay, if he gets there, and we all on the team believed he would. And then contacting the guys that, hey, I need these side plates, I need this, and what can you do? They did it. I had it shipped to his house. His wife hid it. His wife is the worst as far as like keeping things hidden from him. Months, like almost the entire year, pretty much last year. So awesome. There you go. There's the ODQ logo there. I love that. The old JMN logo, because that's how long I had it booked in advance.
This side has the Greg Cherry brand logo, so I'm
yeah, baby, I love it. And then it was just a matter of God, let him get there. God, let him get there. Please, please, please get there. Because like you're doing, these aren't freaking layups or gimmies, man. These are the problem with that, and full disclosure, I originally was going to get a white strap because his Intercontinental was white strap.
Yep. And
truth be told, I pushed the wrong button. I'm not gonna lie. And when I got the receipt, I went, oh, piss. But it turned out so good. I'm like, you know what? The hell with it. It looks good. I'm all right with it. So, and yes, no glare on there's glare on the plates, but not on the strap, which is good. So, and again, it's very hard to get a gold, like a gold plated belt without glare, because then you're just trying to run into physics that I don't understand.
But the CWT belt is a beauty. I hope to get
it. It is, man. It's well, you know what? Now that Chris is in the finals, maybe he'll up the ante if he gets past either Louis or Scott. Title.
That would honestly have to be a JB3 call.
That's true.
Did. I don't like to usurp my authority on this show. It's like I only have control over this. I can't control the WWE Trivia Championship. I can't control the CWT Championship. I can't control if I get on Quizlemania if I beat Louis. So it's one of those things that, as much as I would love to, I don't have that authority. But yeah, if Cass makes the finals, that would be cool. If JB3 would be like, yeah, hey, there are a couple of my questions in there. Let's throw down the gauntlets. Let's do the damn thing.
Love it. I love that.
Winner take all.
I'm all about that. There you go. And even Josh is saying, see, everybody's chiming in. See, there you go. We want you in there, brother. Oh.
Damn.
Gauntlet down. There it is. Jeebus.
Jeez.
Oh, it's a hot take. Anyway. That was beautiful. I love it. Okay. Serious. So on top of all this today, I mean, we're still on Thursday of WrestleMania week. We still got a long way to go. Like,
yeah, we got. You don't have to deal with us. Well, I mean, if you watch Rewind tomorrow, you'll have to deal with us tomorrow. But you got night 2 of Stand and Deliver tonight. You got the special edition of SmackDown, the WrestleMania SmackDown,
which I'll be watching
tomorrow, and then Saturday, night 1 of WrestleMania, and then Sunday, night 2.
All Jeff Meacham, all the time. You're going to hell, all of you. But then also, like we said, tomorrow's Rewind, which I actually like the way it turned out. I put the edits together. I'm going to upload it after we're done. Done tonight. It actually turned out really well. After Rewind tomorrow, if you're on the Jeff Meacham Network, you're going to see JJ's special network, Jeff Meacham Network edit of his reviews of the entire John Wick saga, which I thought turned out pretty good also. And then Saturday morning, or Saturday afternoon, I should say, before WrestleMania, Mighty Ducks 1 on Renegades Reviews of JJ and I, D2 on Sunday, D3 on Monday after WrestleMania, when you guys have had a chance to sleep it off, I hope. And then Talk Wrestling's back at 7 o'clock Monday night, and then Thursday night, immediately after us here on the post game, the return, Stat Boy Sports Bar on the Jeff Meacham Network. We're so happy Mikey's back. He's settled in Tennessee, and I'm looking forward to having him back in the fold. It's been a long time coming to have him back and settled in Dollywood, so it'll be cool. Chris, I'm not sure how that works because I don't know what the taxes are like in Canada or Nova Scotia, I'm not sure.
I couldn't tell you.
I know that had I actually had a LLC or whatever, I could have filed it as a business expense because it did come out of my network funds. So I could have. I just don't have an actual business thing on it. So there you go. So let's see. Here we go. Takeover pre-show now. Oh, Breezango versus Drake and Killian Dane. Oh, good to know. Winners become the number one contenders to the new champs, MSK. So there you go. Well, then I guess I better get this show wrapped up and get the hell over to the network, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
So
now that we know that, Chris Cass is in the finals. Next week, we find out who his opponent is. Will it be the WWE Stump the Bump Ultimate Trivia Champion, Scott Gata, or will it be Wrestle Talk's former Quizlemania champion, Louis Dangor? You do not want to miss that match.
I'm not going to. Like I said, I'll be there live for it. God help me.
Yep. And we will see you guys next week. This tournament is winding down. I'm looking at my belt because it may be the last time come 3 weeks from now. But
well, last time it's officially the championship. That belt's not going anywhere. So
well, the physical belt isn't going anywhere. I'm talking about
title. The title, yes. The title itself, yes. Wow.
So
it
could all end. It could all end on day. What would that be? 11:46.
Well, 25 plus 21.
Yep, 11:46.
Yep. There you
go. I will at least have a reign of 1,146 days. I'm hoping I wake up on April 30th on day 1,147, but that is by no means a guarantee.
Definitely not. So if you guys are watching right now on WTC Network, stay tuned right now for the pre-show for NXT TakeOver Stand and Deliver Night 2. Catch us tomorrow on Rewind and me the rest of the weekend because I clearly need no sleep and had no sanity left. So for the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia Champion, Greg Cherry, I am Jeff Meacham saying we will see you guys next week right here on the NoDQ.com Wrestling Trivia. Where's the damn graphic? There it is. Challenge.